World Wildlife Day was in Sierra Leone for the very first time on March 3, 2017. West Africa Biodiversity and Climate Change WABIC, a US aid-funded program in collaboration with its local partners, brought together students and pupils from various high schools and other participants from organizations and institutions in Sierra Leone at the British Council Hall in Freetown. The 2017 theme is central to listening to the young voices and empowering young people in taking the lead in wildlife conservation and combating wildlife trafficking in Sierra Leone. Conservationists from various institutions were here to expose the school-going children to the environment in general and wildlife in particular in order to help nurture them to be communicators in their homes and among their peers.
Biodiversity is rich in there, so that for your kids, for your children's children to come and see that once upon a time we had chimpanzee in this forest. We cannot boast of lions in Sierra Leone, belonging to Sierra Leone, because we all know they come and go. So if we see a lion, we cannot say this lion is originally from Sierra Leone. But we don't want this to happen when it comes to chimpanzees. That's why we're doing all of this.
These young secondary school participants were amazing in receiving the information as well as communicating what they already have, starting with Sir Samuel Momo from the Government Municipal Secondary School in Tumbo.
Wildlife is a program that is talking more about animals and plants and how to protect them.
Marie Bendu from the Russell Secondary School in Tumbo has another unique understanding of how she understands about wildlife with a stress on protecting their habitats.
Wildlife. These are animals that we cannot tame in our homes. We cannot control them. So their habitat is the forest. So all we need to do about this wildlife is to preserve this forest for them. We should stop cutting these trees in the forest. We should stop this deforestation.
These young pupils, who were very much eager to know about the environment with particular emphasis on wildlife conservation, explained why they think young people should be properly informed on wildlife protection.
Young people should know about wildlife because wildlife is part of human being. Because you see, we have plants and animals all over the country and they need to live like us. We need to treat them as we want ourselves to be treated. We cannot cut down trees because if we cut down these trees, it will cause flooding because the trees are holding the breeze not to break down our building. So I think people should know more about wildlife because it also contains their well-being.
But how should the young people know about wildlife? Samuel Momorigan suggested the following.
This should be done by, let me say, by creating a school club in different schools which is talking about wildlife so that you can educate the children, tell them more about this wildlife project because if you educate a child, he or she will go out there, help you spread the good news about wildlife and how it's helping us in society.
Marie Bendu highlighted the benefits of school pupils like her knowing more about wildlife for the present and future generations.
It is important and beneficial as young people to know about wildlife. If we now learn about them, it is very important for we as young people and our generation yet unborn to know, to teach others who do not know about this wildlife and must for them to be conserved in their homes, in their habitats, in order for them to be preserved. Their home needs to be preserved for our generation yet unborn.
The trading in pets and wild animals is something also criticized by Samuel Momo, especially when he never knew anything about wildlife and Sierra Leone harboring such beautiful nature.
It is not even good for, let me say, you trade pets like animals and lions. Like most of us today, what they have learned me inside, they show us lots of animals that are in Sierra Leone. And since when I was a kid till now, I've never knew that Sierra Leone has such beautiful animals in our country, unless today that they have taught me. And it's a great project. I think that is something that must continue in our country to educate our people.
Commenting further on the ills meted on wildlife in Sierra Leone, this is what these brave kids have to say to the country and the world as a whole.
We have become a threat to the animals. Because when they saw us, they ran away. How do we think that we harm them? But today, I want to tell people out there that they should stop destroying these animals. They should stop destroying their homes. Just put yourself in the position of that animal. What if you were sold like that animal? You were sold for an income. They use the animal again to gain income. You know, you make them become scared. You make the animals become afraid, because maybe sometimes the children will like to go and see these animals in the forest. But because the way they have seen they treated their other companions in the zoo, it will make them be afraid. They will even run away. At times they will even have the intention of harming these children.
All these pupils are exceptional in reflecting what they have learned during the symposium in commemoration of World Wildlife Day. They are with the conviction that what they have learned in this hall will help them share knowledge with their peers and educate their parents and relatives on the importance of wildlife. The pupils are confident and are now going home satisfied with enough messages to preach.
We as young peoples, ambassadors of this country, the community and the school as a whole, coming here to learn about these wildlife animals, I think we too should go out and disseminate the information to our people, others who are not here. We sensitize them, we educate them about these wildlife animals.
And Hawana Tubangura from the government Rokel Secondary School supports this with a unique way of monitoring the people they are educating.
We should not only sensitize them. Sensitizing is one, listening to us is another one, then monitoring them. Some of them will say they will do it, but without monitoring them, they will go and do more than what they have done. So we should monitor them, observe. And
Samuel was also clear in his message to his colleagues and what they should take home as role models. He started with what is expected of them.
1. You should tell them. 2. You monitor them. 3. You should pledge that you will always do as you say. And 4. You should not be the same person cutting down trees, because you will not come here and tell everybody here that I'll go at home and tell my people to stop cutting down trees, and then one day one of our colleagues that I asked saw you cutting down trees and killing animals. So nobody will listen to you again.
This was followed by the final closing remarks from the Deputy Secretary General of the Mano River Union, Mr. Simeon Moriba, who chaired the whole event.
Knowledge gives you wings to go anywhere in the world. You are a child of the world, but you have to be prepared for it. I want to thank the organizers. I want to thank USAID. I want to thank the government for this occasion. You are the instruments that they are going to use, and you have to prepare yourselves for the challenge. I want to thank you all, and I wish you all the best, and God bless us all.